No, now, let's get them first. Let's get them. That you live there, just live there. That you live there, just live there.
They're supposed like.
Arrested between the hours of 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning. They have no business being under the bridges, being in suspicious places within that ungodly hour. And that is why I told you we are not going to rest. This effort is ongoing. We will intensify efforts. We have profiled them. They will be prosecuted. They will send messages down to whoever is behind them. But I tell you, we will get at everyone who is perpetrating this heinous crime in the FCT. That I can assure you. Activated. We have rejigged our operations department. And as we speak, we have intensified effort for day and night patrol. And we have identified a number of black spots within the FCT. But for security reasons, we will not be sharing that because the criminals are also watching televisions. But I tell you that all the identified black spots within the FCT will be combed, will be raided, and we will not rest until we have sanitized the FCT. To the Abuja Environmental Protection Board, their mobile courts for prosecution, we are not going to keep them. We are sending them out immediately for prosecution. We are gathered here today to shed light on the efforts of the Nscdc FCT Command in curbing vandalism in the Federal Capital Territory. As you all know, the statutory function and mandate of Nscdc as the lead agency in the protection of critical national assets and infrastructure is very clear, very unambiguous, and also coupled with the marching order given to us by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency Nyesom Wike. Upon assumption of office, he made it categorically clear that FCT and its environs should be sanitized. And of course, the alarming rate of manhole thefts, vandalism of street lights, vandalism of traffic lights has become very unbearable. You will recall when I took over office as the 12th commandant of this noble institution, the FCT Command, I make it categorically clear that vandals and miscreants and thieves who are causing environmental nuisance and are feasting on the infrastructure of the FCT, it will not be business as usual. That we are going to take the war to the doorsteps of these vandals. This promise that we made, we are making good our efforts in reading FCT of vandals and miscreants who disguise in the name of scavengers, popularly known as Babambula, to destroy and deface FCT. To that end, when we came on board, I reinvigorated our patrol team, and we ensured that the various parts of FCT that have been unmanned before enjoys 24 hours patrol. Then, to counteract the escalating instance of theft and vandalism that have been adversely impacting the FCT metropolis, the command took an active approach. We activated strategical plans for routine night patrol, which proved to be highly effective. In the course of this patrol, we successfully arrested 20 scavengers and miscreants within this stipulated period. The arrested suspects are in our custody. 20 of them, we have profiled them. They have been investigated, and after this parade, we will be handing them over to Abuja Environmental Protection Board for further prosecution. These intensified measures serve a dual purpose: deterring potential criminals and ensuring the apprehension of those responsible for these unlawful activities. And through these actions, we are sending an unequivocal and resolute warning that criminal behavior in the Federal Capital Territory will no longer be tolerated. The proactive strategy we have embraced underscores the unwavering commitment of government in addressing concerns, which is security and infrastructure protection. And we are steadfastly dedicated to safeguarding the integrity of critical national assets and infrastructure throughout the FCT metropolis. We remain committed to upholding our duty in curbing vandalism. Our collective efforts, combined with the support of different stakeholders, communities, informants, led to the arrest of these 20 suspects that we are parading before you now. They were arrested in different parts of the city center. As a matter of fact, majority of them, based on our past arrests and intelligence that we got, many of them disguises as scavengers. You see them under the bridges in different parts of the city centers. They pretend to be destitute, who have no place to live. If you don't have a home, what is your business under the bridges in the city center? If they were in the suburb, it is quite understandable. They pretend to be scavengers, to be destitute. From our intelligence and from the operations we have carried out before now, many of this vandalism takes place in the wee hours of the night. And that is why we have a marching order to ensure clearance of all the bridges and dangerous spots where we have these miscreants. They pretend to have no home, Then when time is gone, 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m., you see them come out to vandalize the manholes in the city center. We will not take this. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps FCT Command, we are good to go and ready to wage the war against vandals, against criminals, against scavengers in the name of Bababola. How can you explain somebody pretending to be a scavenger, to be Bababola, around 1:30 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning? What is the explanation for such activity, rather than criminally minded people? And that is why this effort is not going to stop. This is the first phase. It is continuous. We will not stop until we rid the FCT of criminals, of vandals, of miscreants, of scavengers who pretend to be scavenging. As a matter of fact, the activities of scavengers are not allowed in the city, in the metropolis. And we have the directive from the FCT administration that any scavenger during the day or at night, because the activities are banned within the city center, they will be arrested. So this is to send warning to every other criminally minded individuals in their league that we will continue to pick them up. Enough is enough. We will not tolerate anyone under the bridges. So those of you with that intention, we're coming for you. People that loiters around in an ungodly hour, in the ungodly hours, we're coming for you. We've also received reports of various attacks at night, because majority of these people that you see in the name of scavenging, they go about with different dangerous weapons. And we have had repeated reports of attack of Abuja residents in the wee hour of the night and also in the morning, especially those who engage in early morning sports. We have had series of reports and cases of how people were stabbed in the morning and their phones collected, their property collected, because Abuja has all this. We are bedeviled with this menace of scavengers and bababolas and miscreants. So, gentlemen of the press, this patrol is ongoing. This effort is ongoing. It will continue until we have rid FCT of criminals, of scavengers. Nscdc will continue to defend the integrity of infrastructures in FCT.
Look at this. Now, zoom out to let you zoom in out, okay? You zoom in out. I want to show the Babambola. Zoom out, zoom out. No, don't turn. Just zoom out. Zoom out, zoom out. It's okay. But you zoom out, zoom out. Let's stop.